Jai Hind dosto. This is Ananya, your master teacher at Vedantu for social science. I'm sure you guys are taking very good care of yourself. Great. So people, in this particular session, I'm going to continue with the story of the rise of nationalism in Europe. All right. So I'm very excited to tell you guys about the further story of rise of nationalism in Europe. Cool. So guys, before we move ahead and before I tell you what I'm going to teach you in this particular session, first of all, let's have a quick recap on the topics we did in the last session. If you guys remember here, in my last session, I told you guys about the age of revolutions between 1830 and 1848. All right. Then a very important part, if you remember, I told you about the defeat of Napoleon in year 1815 in Waterloo. When Napoleon was defeated in year 1815, then conservative societies were back into the picture. All right, I told you guys about the meaning of conservatives. And today, guys, okay, but after that, after coming of conservatives back into the picture in 1815, the revolutionaries came into the picture. Like if you remember, Giuseppe Mazzini was a revolutionary. All right, and these revolutionaries wanted to end the conservative societies. So how they did, everything I'm going to teach you in this particular session. All right, guys, majorly a very important part of this entire session would be how Germany was formed, how Italy was formed. That is what we are going to understand in this story. All right. Okay, so people, you all are aware that what is nationalism? Nationalism is a process through which the feeling of oneness, the feeling of togetherness is like created. Then the people unite, they fight for their rights. Independent countries are formed, independent nation is formed. This entire process is basically nationalism. All right. Now, guys, as we know, back in 18th and 19th century, there were no independent nations. Like today, we see Germany, Italy, France, Britain. There was a time these areas were just divided into kingdoms. And the process started was known as nationalism. And that nationalism process paved the way of formation of independent countries. Like today, we know about Germany, Italy, and all these countries. So these nations were formed through the process of nationalism. All right. So which we have already started. Cool. Guys, now today I'm going to start with a very interesting topic, a very interesting part of this story, that is romantic imagination and national feeling. Now guys, what kind of romantic imagination I'm talking about? People, romantic imagination or romanticism. Guys, romanticism is basically an ideology. Through romanticism, guys, the process of nationalism was inculcated in the minds of the people. Guys, this was one of the way through which the process of nationalism was inculcated in the minds of the people. All right. So this entire process came to be known as romanticism. Now, guys, how you will have a question, sir? How through romanticism the feeling of nationalism was inculcated in the minds of the people? How it contributed into the process of nationalism? How it contributed into the making of nation states? Okay. Guys, romanticism was an ideology, okay, which was glorified by the people who were also known as romantic artists. Okay, if I give you one example, Johann Gottfried Herder, guys, he was a German and he was a romantic artist. He used to follow the ideology of romanticism. Now, guys, according to romantic artists, they were of the view that people should be connected with their culture, people should be connected with their past, people should be connected with their history, people should be connected with the language. So guys, it was basically a cultural movement. Romanticism was basically a cultural movement through which people were connected through their past, through their culture, through their language. Guys, it's very simple. When people are connected through their language, through their history, and when there is some common thing which comes, the feeling of nationalism automatically it is developed. And that is what romantic artists wanted to do. They wanted to connect the people, they wanted to unite the people through cultural movement, by stories, by arts, by languages. They wanted to connect the people through all these things. And when people develop a sense of emotional connection with the other people, guys, it will lead to the process of nationalism. And this process came to be known as romanticism. So beta, romanticism was basically an ideology. Remember this, all right? It was basically an ideology and it was glorified by romantic artists. Clear? Now guys, these romantic artists were very interesting. Guys, they used to criticize reason and science. Means they were of the view that there should be an emotional connect. And when there is an emotional connect between the people, the process of nationalism will be better. Are you understanding? So romantic artists used to criticize reason and science. They were of the view that people should be emotionally connected. Like if I give you an example, what is a common connection between you and me? Most of the people are Indians over here. So that is a common connection. That is an emotional connect which we share. And that is known as romanticism. And when people are connected in this way, it becomes easy to form unity. All right. So these romantic artists used to follow the ideology of romanticism. All right. Like one of the example I gave you is Johann Gottfried Herder, guys. Do you know what he was of the view? If you want to understand the true culture of the German, be with the common people. When you connect with the common people, you will come to know about the true culture of the Germans. So guys, here, Volksgeist and Das Volk, guys, these are German phrases. Okay, so he was of the view that, which means that true spirit of the nation and common people. Means in short, he was of the view that if you want to understand the true nature of German or true culture of the German, be with the common people. All right, that was romanticism. Now you will have a question, sir. Do you have any such incidents or you do have any such example which you can share with us so that we come to know that how language or how culture played a very important role in the process of nationalism? Yes, guys, we can take the case of Poland. Guys, in Poland, language played a very important role in like fighting against the Russians. Now, first of all, let's understand about the case of Poland. Guys, back in 18th century, Poland was partitioned by great European powers like by Russia, Prussia and Austria. Okay? So Russia, Prussia and Austria, they divided Poland into different parts. Okay? Guys, we can understand, guys, there was a person, Karol Korpinski. Guys, he was a composer. He used to celebrate Polish language through operas. So here we can say that language became a very important weapon to fight against the Russians. Like for example, guys, struggle for Polish language over Russian language in Poland. Guys, let me tell you one thing. When Russians dominated Poland, Polish language was thrown out of the school. Polish language was thrown out of the country. Means people were not allowed to speak Polish language. Instead, they were forced to speak Russian language. So here, what the Polish people did, what the people of Poland did, what the natives of Poland did, they purposely started communicating with each other in Polish language. A sense of unity, a sense of belonging started in this case. Are you understanding? So like for example, many priests and bishops were put in jail for using Polish over Russians. Guys, priests and bishops are religious members of from Christian community, right? From church. So they purposely used to use Polish language, and for such kind of incidents, they were put behind the bars. They were put in the jail. But here we can say that Polish language or the language became a weapon to fight against Russians. All right. And guys, this is what is known as cultural movement. Cool, guys. I hope you are able to understand. Guys, if yes, you are able to understand, do not forget to hit the like button. It is very important. And if possible, if you are not a part of, if you have not subscribed to our channel, make sure that you guys are subscribing to the channel and try to share this video with your friends as well. Great. Now we will understand about some of the problems Europe was facing. Hunger, hardship, and due to hunger and hardship, it gave rise to many revolts in Europe. Okay. Now, guys, if you remember in my last session, I told you guys about France. Guys, France was a place from where all the political and all the social changes used to take place. Okay. And whatever political or social changes used to take place in France, it used to reflect the other parts of Europe as well. If you remember, Metternich had described that when France sneezes, the rest of the Europe catches cold. Guys, what do we understand from this? Let's recollect once again. When France sneezes, the rest of the Europe catches cold. Means whatever changes, whatever political activities used to take place in France, it used to affect the other parts of Europe as well. Okay, so let's understand again what happened in France. Guys, in 1830s, there was a big economic hardship in Europe. There was a rise in food prices. There was a shortage in food. It's very simple, guys. When the demand is more, supply is less, the things becomes expensive. Still, aristocrats were still in power. Peasants were struggling a lot. There were more job seekers than the employment, because of which population migrated from rural areas to cities to find job. Now, you guys think and tell me, if there are so many problems, what people will do? And you guys are absolutely right. What happened in 1848? All these causes brought the population of Paris out on roads, barricades were erected, and Louis Philippe was forced to flee. Guys, flee means to escape. Guys, who was Louis Philippe? If you remember, Louis Philippe was a constitutional monarch which was made by the people. And because he was not doing anything for the welfare of the people, he was forced to flee from France. Flee means he was forced to escape in 1848. Achha, what was the outcome of this? The outcome was France became a republic. Voting rights were given to all the adult males above 21. Now, my dear students, you have to keep this thing in mind. After Louis Philippe was he was forced to flee from France. At that time, voting rights were given, but only to male members above the age of 21. Again, women were denied of voting rights. You have to keep this thing in mind. Right of work was assured to the people. How? There was a national workshop which was set up in France so that people can get jobs through this national workshop. And here National Assembly also came into the picture to help with all these economic hardship and all these things which was going on in Europe. Okay? National Assembly was the parliament of France, if you remember. Okay? Great people. I hope you are able to understand. Now, guys, I would like to tell you one incident about Cecilia weavers. Guys, what is Cecilia? Guys, Cecilia is right now, it is a place, but it is not exactly in one country. Some part lies in Poland, some part lies in Germany. All right. So, guys, there was an uprising in 1845 by the weavers. Now, let's understand who are weavers, guys. Weavers are basically the people who are involved into the occupation of making cloth from thread. So, when the thread is converted into a piece of cloth, into a piece of fabric, that occupation is known as weaving. Okay. So, there was an uprising done by weavers in 1845 in Cilicia. Okay. So, that incident I am telling you. Now, guys, weavers of Cilicia revolted against the cotton contractor for low wages. Now, if you remember in the previous slide what I said you, look at this point. More job seekers than employment. So there were more job seekers as compared to the employment. Now these contractors who used to give jobs to these weavers, they were taking full advantage of this situation. They were of the view that they were aware that the job seekers are more, and if we give them low wages also, still they will come to work because the weavers had no other option. So those contractors who used to give the weavers the work, they were taking undue advantage of the situation by paying them low wages. All right. Guys, what are wages? The payment which is done on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, that is known as wages. Now, weavers demanded that their wages should be increased, but the contractors were not considering their demands, because of which the weavers revolted against the contractor. But you know what contractor did? Contractor took the help of army, and nearly 11 weavers were shot dead. Yes. So the situation was not stable. All right. Now, afterwards, guess what happened? Because of all this situation, now, in near future in 1848, there were many revolutions which started by the liberals. And the revolutions which started by the liberals in France, it also affected the other parts of Europe. Why? If you guys remember, whatever political changes or activities used to take place in France, it used to reflect the other parts of Europe as well. And the same thing happened. All right. Metternich rightly described as when France sneezes, the rest of the Europe catches cold. All right, do not forget this. So guys, in the case of France, if you look at the revolution which was done by the liberals in 1848, it was led by educated middle class people, and they ended the monarchy rule. Amazing. Because of which it gave universal male suffrage right to everyone. Already we know. All these things also affected the other parts of Europe. Like nations of other European countries like Germany, Italy, Poland, Austro-Hungarian Empire demanded for the creation of nation state. Now, because nation state was created in France, the other parts of Europe was also demanding in their own region that nation states should be created. So we can say that all these countries got inspiration from France. In fact, let me tell you guys, India also got inspiration from France after French Revolution. That is what I'm going to tell you in the next chapter, the nationalism of India. All right. Now, guys, all these countries demanded few basic things, like there should be a constitution, first of all. Okay, there should be a written constitution. There should be freedom of press. Now, what is the meaning of freedom of press? Freedom of press says that there should be no censorship. The media should be free to express their opinion towards the government, be it praising the government or be it criticizing the government. And there should be freedom of association, freedom of formation of groups. Now, after the case of France, it was followed to Germany. And here the process of unification of Germany started. Yes, let's see. Now, guys, middle class people came together. They got inspiration from France. So what the people of Germany did, middle class people came together and voted for German National Assembly. Guys, German National Assembly was a political body. Now people were firm that after looking at the situation of France, they were firm that we have to do such kind of political changes in our country as well. Nearly 831 people were elected in German National Assembly, and this meeting was organized in a church. The name of the church was Church of St. Paul. Okay? That was in Frankfurt. Okay? You will not believe, guys. Constitution was also drafted. The king was also offered the position of kingship, but as a constitutional monarchy. Now, guys, understand the story. Okay? There is a twist in the story, guys. Middle class people of Germany came together. They were of the view that if France can do, why can't we? So they got inspiration from the political activities which were going in France. Okay? They voted for German National Assembly. That was a political body. 831 representatives were elected. These representatives also offered the kingship to a monarch, but under constitutional monarch. Now there is a twist in the story. The kingship was offered to Frederick William IV. He was the king of Prussia. And do you know what he did? He rejected the proposal and he joined the other monarchs. This is the twist in the story. So these 831 elected representatives, when they gave the offered the position to Frederick William IV, he rejected the proposal because he never wanted questioning on his authority. Guys, now you will have a question, sir. Why he refused to accept the kingship? Guys, because people were offering him constitutional monarch. Look at this term, constitutional monarch. So they have to follow the constitution. And here, King William Frederick IV was not ready to be a monarch by following the constitution. So he rejected the constitution and he joined the other monarch in that case. Because of which all the monarchs became powerful, that group became powerful, and finally the entire assembly was disbanded. It was cancelled. So can we say the process of unification of Germany failed? Yes. In this case, it failed. But let's see what happened after this. Okay? Now, guys, we always talk about the contribution given by the male members. What do you think, guys? Can you say women also participated in this entire struggle? Yes. Guys, there was a lot of participation done by the women. Like, guys, women also formed their own political associations. They founded newspapers, did political meetings, they demonstrated everything, but still they were denied the suffrage right. So guys, they struggled a lot for their political equality, but they failed in getting equal rights as male members were given. I hope, guys, till now the story is clear. Guys, now after this, I'm going to tell you the most interesting part of the story, that is how Germany was formed and how Italy got unified. Okay, so that is an amazing story which is going to come. But before that, guys, let me tell you about our pro subscription. Guys, I know most of you are already a part of our long-term batches. Okay, but if you are not a part of our long-term batches, okay, let me tell you guys why you should take our pro subscription. I know guys, you are able to understand most of the things on YouTube, okay? But still, I will suggest you take our pro subscription. Why? First of all, guys, Vedantu is giving you a promise. The promise which Vedantu is giving you guys, no other online or no other offline institute will ever give you this promise. The promise which Vedantu is giving you guys, it is going to be very, very surprising for you if you are not aware about this. But before I tell you about our pro subscription, about our Vedantu's improvement promise, before that, let me tell you, if you take our pro subscription, what are the advantages? First of all, guys, you can attend unlimited live classes. Guys, I'm not talking about recordings. You can attend unlimited live classes. And guys, when you enroll to Vedantu, guys, you actually compete with the students throughout the world. Because students in Vedantu are not only from India, they are from different countries altogether. So just look at the competition you have. Not only this, guys, if you miss out the session due to any reason, okay, let's take an example, due to power cut, due to poor connectivity, or due to any reason, if you miss out the session, you can watch the replays. How many times? N number of times you can watch the replays. Are you guys getting it? And guys, while doing so, you actually can participate in the quizzes and leaderboards. You can be a part of the leaderboard by watching the replay as well. These are known as interactive replays. Now you will have a question, sir. Okay, fine. What about doubts? Okay. Can we solve doubts during the session? Definitely, guys, you can solve doubts during the session. And also, guys, you can also download the notes which are made by your master teachers. So the notes are personally made by us. You can download all the notes. You can ask doubts during the session also. Continuously tests are taken, assignments are given to you. Not only this, guys, you have an access to micro courses and crash courses. Do you know, guys, what are micro courses and crash courses? Let's take an example. If you miss out, if you want to attend any chapter of any subject once again, in that case, you can enroll to those micro courses separately. How many micro courses? N number of micro courses, unlimited micro courses. Do you need to pay extra for these micro courses? No need to pay. If you take our pro subscription, these micro courses are going to be absolutely free for you. So the students who are not a part of our long-term batches, they actually pay for these micro courses. It is going to be absolutely free for you. Okay, so cool, guys. How you guys can enroll to these sessions? It's very simple, guys. I will show you how you guys can enroll to these sessions. All right. Now, guys, let's take an example. This is one of my video, and this is the very first. Okay, let me show you. Guys, this is the very first comment. The very first comment is there in the very first comment you will find. You just have to click on the comment, or you guys can do one thing. In the description box also, you will find the link of pro subscription. Just click on the link. Once you click on the link, you will be redirected to our website. Okay, guys, this is our website. These are our plans. Guys, whatever benefits I said you about, interactive live classes, test series, doubt solving, you guys can download notes. Everything is available in our Pro Lite subscription. All right, guys, one amazing part of all these plans is you guys can also try it for 1 month. Okay, the price for entire year is just 27,449 for entire year. If you apply my coupon code as AD Pro, the actual price is 33,899, guys. But if you apply my coupon code as AD Pro, it is coming down to 27,449 for entire year, guys. For entire year. You can even try it for a month, which is only for 2340. That's it. Guys, we have got Pro Classes subscription also. Do you know what happens in Pro Classes subscription? Here you will be getting a doubts app. Now, what is doubts app? Let's take an example. If you come across any question before the session or let's say after the session, who will solve those doubts? Then you can take our Pro Classic subscription, in which your doubts are solved through a mobile app. You will be getting an access to an application wherein you guys can ask doubts after and before the session as well. This plan also you guys can try it for a month. You guys can apply my coupon code as ADPRO to get additional discount. Guys, we have got one more Pro Plus subscription. Guys, what happens in Pro Plus subscription? You will get a personal mentor. Means this person will be there with you throughout the year to help you with all your assignments, will help you with everything as whatever you need related to academics. You can try this plan also for 1 month. Guys, it's very simple. The link is there in the description box and it is also pinned in the very first comment. Like you can see, AD Pro, my code is given to you. You guys can, let's take an example. If I remove this code, you can see it is for 2,600 rupees. Okay. Or you can see for entire year is 30,449. If you apply my coupon code as AD Pro, it has come down to 27,449. Same goes for 1 month as well. So isn't that amazing, right? All right, great. Yeah. And guys, students keep on asking me, sir, what about replays? Do you have any proof that you guys can watch replays or you guys can download notes? It's very simple, guys. Let me show you. These are your sessions. Whatever sessions you have attended, you will come across these replays, get notes. You just click on the replay. You will be redirected to the replay part. If you click on get notes, like let me show you. You guys can download the notes. Like this is Nationalism in India. You can download all our notes. Okay, these notes are personally made by us. So nothing to worry. There are many such advantages. So these advantages you will not find on YouTube, which you guys are getting on taking our Pro subscription. All right. So guys, obviously it's your choice. No one is forcing you. But guys, remember one thing. You enroll to a subscription or you don't enroll. Still, we are always there with you on YouTube. If you wish to study from me on our long-term batches, you guys can be a part of my long-term batches. And one more thing, let me tell you students, when you take our long-term subscription, it's like you are not only enrolled to my batches, okay? You are automatically enrolled to the other subjects as well. Cool? Great. Now guys, end of the day, what I believe the fees which you have given to Vedantu actually comes down to zero. Now it will be like, sir, we have given 27,000, 30,000 for entire year. How you are telling that it is coming down to zero? Guys, you have an access to one long-term batch and unlimited micro courses. When you can attend unlimited micro courses and no need to pay extra for that. Simple as that, guys. Means you are basically attend 200 sessions, 300 sessions, 400 sessions. The price will remain the same. So you can attend unlimited sessions, guys. So the price for every lecture will come down. Simple. So guys, you can be a part of our long-term batches. Now guys, what Vedantu is promising you, the promise which Vedantu is giving you is like, after taking, if still you are not convinced. So let me tell you why you should take our long-term batches. If you feel there has been no progress as per your expectation, if you feel there has been no progress as per your expectation, the fees which you have given to Vedantu will give your entire fees back. No questions asked. Simple as that. And that is a promise we are giving you. But guys, we need a very small commitment from you. You have to attend minimum 75% of the live classes and minimum 75% of the tests which are assigned to you should be completed. It is a very small commitment, obviously. Okay, if you are giving us such commitment, then we are promising you. In case the performance improvement is not as per your expectation, Vedantu will give entire fees back to you without asking any questions. You can also try it for a month. But this Vedantu improvement promise is applicable only if you take our long-term batches for entire year. Alright. So guys, these are our batches. We have already started and we are going to start. I am personally teaching in those batches. Do not forget to apply my coupon code as ADPRO to get additional 10% discount. All right, and also tell the same thing to your friends as well. Great, great. Chalo. Now guys, we are moving ahead with the next topic, and in this topic I am going to tell you how Germany was formed and how Italy was formed. Let's understand guys. A very interesting part of the story is now going to come up. How Germany was formed, how Italy was formed. Okay? Let's understand guys how Germany was created. Now if you remember, there was an attempt when 31 people were representatives were elected for in Frankfurt Parliament. The kingship was offered to Frederick William IV, but he refused the proposal. That was a failure, guys. That was a attempt which was done by the German people, but that was a failure. But now they will not fail. Now Germany will unify. How? Let's understand. Guys, the nationalistic feeling were widespread among the middle class Germans. They were formed that we have to do something and we have to unify Germany. In 1848, German attempt to unite different region of German Confederation into nation state. Finally, in 1848, they decided that we will unite Germany. By hook or by crook, we will unify Germany. How? But when these middle class people decided, some group of people went against these middle class people. Which were those group of people? Monarchy, military, junkers. Junkers means landowners. These people went against middle class due to some obvious reason. Obviously, guys. Okay? Because middle class people wanted the formation of nation state and they never wanted a formation of nation state. Simple as that. So these people went against middle class people. But this time Germans did not fail in unifying Germany. How? Under the leadership of Otto von Bismarck. Now guys, this is a very important thing you need to keep in mind. Otto von Bismarck is also known as the architect of the process of German unification. Now very important 1 mark question. Who is known as the architect of the process of unification of Germany? That is Otto von Bismarck. Okay, make a note of this. So guys, Prussian army and bureaucracy helped the Bismarck in this entire process. Guys, it was a 7-year war with Austria, Denmark and France. Now you will have a question, sir, why Otto von Bismarck was fighting against Austria, Denmark and France? Guys, it's very simple, because German was fragmented into different parts. Some part was under Austria, some part was with Denmark, some part was with France. So it was very important to fight with these powers and to take the German areas from there and to unify Germany. So it took nearly 7 years. And finally, Prussia got victory. And finally, who was proclaimed as the first German emperor? Guys, in Hall of Mirrors in Versailles in January 1871, the Prussian King Kaiser William I was declared or proclaimed as the first German emperor in the ceremony of Versailles. Okay? And once he became the first emperor of Germany, he started modernizing Germany. Like he modernized currency, banking system, legal system, everything was modernized. And this is how Germany was made. And this is how Germany was unified. Guys, this entire formation of Germany can come for 3 or 5 marks. So please make a note of it. It is a very important topic from your exam point of view. Alright? Great. Guys, let's not waste my time and let me tell you about the unification of Italy. How Italy was unified? Guys, in a similar way, in mid-19th century, Italy was divided into 7 states. So, bacha, Italy was divided into 7 states and there was only one such area which was dominated by an Italian prince. And the area was Sardinia-Piedmont area. Guys, Sardinia-Piedmont area was the only region which was ruled by Italian princely states. The rest of the part was dominated by the other parts. Like the southern part was dominated by Bourbon kings of Spain. The center part was dominated by the Pope and the northern part was dominated by Austrian Habsburg Empire. Now it was very important to end the rule of Bourbon kings, the Pope and the Austrian Habsburg Empire to unite Italy. How it was done? Who took the initiative? Let's understand. Alright. Guys, you will not believe, Italian language was also not common in entire Italy. There was a lot of diversity. Okay, there was a lot of variations. Here, guys, we are coming with a very important freedom fighter from Italy, a revolutionary, that is Giuseppe Mazzini. Guys, if you remember, Metternich described Giuseppe Mazzini as the most dangerous enemy of the social order because Giuseppe Mazzini wanted to end the system of conservatives. And Metternich was a conservative. And Giuseppe Mazzini was going against the system of conservatism. Okay? So Metternich once described Giuseppe Mazzini as he is the most dangerous enemy of our social order. Now guys, how he contributed in fighting against those powers, those invaders. First of all, guys, he started making some secret organization. Now, if you remember, one of the secret organization which was made by Giuseppe Mazzini was Young Italy. All right. He tried to put Italy together both in 1831 and 1848 when the revolution was going on, but he failed in that attempt. And finally, the entire responsibility of unifying Italy went to Victor Emmanuel II. Guys, he was the king of Sardinia Piedmont region. All right. Now, after Giuseppe Mazzini, the entire responsibility went to Victor Emmanuel II. Now, guys, here you have to remember a very, very important name, Chief Minister Cavour. All right. Do you remember in my very first session of introduction, I told you guys the entire name of Cavour? If you remember, do let me know in the comment section what is the full name of Chief Minister Cavour. All right. Great. Guys, he was the one who led the movement, and Sardinia Piedmont defeated the Austrian forces in 1859. Guys, Austrian forces were defeated in 1859. Austrian forces dominated the northern part of Italy. Then you have to remember one more important personality, one more revolutionary from Italy who contributed a lot. That is Giuseppe Garibaldi. Guys, he succeeded in winning the support of the local people, local peasants of two Sicilies in order to drive out the Spanish rulers. So he was the one who took initiative in driving out the Spanish rulers from the south of Italy. Okay, in 1861, and finally almost every part came under the dominance of Italy. In 1861, Victor Emmanuel II was finally declared as the first king of the United Italy. So guys, these are some of the things you guys can remember. This can be asked for 1 mark. Who was the first king of United Italy? That is Victor Emmanuel II. So, Bacho, I believe that today's topic was quite interesting. We saw about the romantic imagination, the way the nationalistic feeling were inculcated in the minds of the people through cultural movement. Then I told you guys about the making of Germany, Italy, and some of the revolts which were going on in different parts of Europe. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the session. If yes, do not forget to hit the like button. And now, guys, I'm coming with the homework question. So you have to give the answer in the comment section, guys. The question is very, very simple. Who was the architect of Germany? Option A, Garibaldi, Otto von Bismarck, or is it Mazzini? Architect of Germany. Okay? The second homework question is, okay, so we have only one question for the day. So I want you guys to tell me the answer in the comment section. And guys, if you come across any questions, please let me know in the comment section. And if you guys are liking the sessions, please do let me know in the comment section that you guys are enjoying the session or not. Thank you so much, guys, for attending my session. I hope you had a great time. And if you want to be a part of my long-term batches, do not forget to click the link in the description box or on the very first comment. Go there, check our website, at least try it for a month and try to be a part of my long-term batches. All right. Do not forget to use my coupon code as ADPRO to get additional 10% discount. Thank you so much, guys, for attending my session. I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in my next session. Till then, take very, very good care of yourself. Bye-bye. Take care.